like on healnow.tv. I'll post this. You guys you don't need to be on the camera. I'm just giving you coping skills. That way, like, you can talk. I can hear your words. The reason is, like, this way you'll have a little privacy.
Do you have another copy, or is there a place to buy it?
I can give you e-copy. Do you guys have Kindle and stuff?
Yeah,
so if you want, give me your email. I'll send you
an
electronic copy.
That'd be awesome. No, I just charged it.
So
awesome.
just write down your email.
That's so cool.
So what I'm hearing is from you that you have a stepfather. Is it a stepfather or your mother's boyfriend? What do you call him?
She's never had her dad.
I'd rather call him just a friend.
Yes, a friend.
Just
Okay.
at work.
She likes to call him dad, but I don't agree with that.
My dad got married when he was in his 70s. So I call his wife my father's wife. Because I feel she didn't raise me, so I don't need to call that. But anyway, so coming back to boundaries, so what I'm hearing is he tries to play with you by showing you something and pulls back, showing you something and pulls back. And it is very hurtful for you,
just
right?
obnoxious behavior, like
So,
that just said.
So what it is like, it's like he is playing with you like he would play with a dog, right? Like he's treating you like a pet.
Yeah.
So that's why when you say, hey, I have feelings, he says, I don't, like, what does he say? I don't have feelings? Like what, like when you say,
He says, I
He's
have
sensitive.
feelings.
Yeah.
Like he's sensitive and no one else is sensitive.
no, but like, so is he trying to pretend to be you and saying, I have feelings? Like, how does he come across to you when he says that?
I don't know.
That he's like a selfish, arrogant prick.
No, but no, you see, the thing is, you don't need to put words in her mouth. I want to hear what she wants to say. So what did you hear him say? Tell me why he doesn't hurt you.
He doesn't hurt me.
No, but like I'm saying, you said, like when he says he has feelings, like kind of it frustrates you, right?
Yeah, he makes me kind of like very, very, very mad. Like I just want to say something back, but all I'm saying is that other people have feelings too.
So he just kind of comes across and says, oh, I have feelings. So he acts your age, but expect you to treat him as an adult, right? So he wants to be your playmate, but want to be treated like a stepdad, right? Kind of like, is that what is going on in a nutshell? And your mom is making excuses for him when she should either keep your mouth shut or, like, if you want to get involved, like give a rule that she can live by. So essentially, she's feeling vulnerable because she is there to support you, but she's not getting the support from you. Because that is what happens with my dad too. My dad's wife will come misbehave. Actually my youngest one, when he was a baby, these are all my boys. So my youngest one didn't have words that time. He was a toddler. She will let him not open the fridge so he can take his own yogurt. And he will go to the bathroom and my baby will shut down and cry. So he wouldn't be found out. But then I was expecting my dad to intervene, stupid me, and come to find out he always defended his wife. And that's when I woke up to the fact and I asked my husband, hey, how do we deal with this? And he says, in your home, you are in charge of your child. So you need to protect her. So first of all, stop making excuses for a man who's not behaving well, okay? But at the same time, you don't need to antagonize him either. Just need to give him healthy rules. So you can tell him, hey, first 5 times, if you're going to tug with her.
I don't even want him to do it that way.
So, but what I'm saying is, like, make some rules, like, like put it down, like see how we do agreement, behavior agreement, right? So you draw it up like a contract. You can keep changing.
Yeah.
The best part about behavior agreement is you keep changing it.
He just thinks he's always right, though. It's impossible.
That's fine, let him be right.
Street. Well, that's what I have to do. I have to pick my battles, and I decided.
No, you don't need to.
I decided a long time ago that it's better for me not to react to somebody's negative behavior and bad behavior.
I'm
and just
gonna bring up an example for you
take control of the situation.
because what you're doing is again justifying your behavior. You don't need to justify your behavior. You don't need to make excuses. If you make it as a skill set, it will be easier. So me and my husband and my boys, we were going for a movie. My husband gets overwhelmed when I speak. So he started, like the minute I started saying something, he says, peace, peace, peace. And we're going for a movie. So I asked him, do you want me to keep quiet and meditate? He said, yes. So I put up my salute. I said, yes, sir.
Yeah.
And then we went to the movie. And then he says, everybody get down. I said, permission to disembark, sir. So we went in. And then we were watching a movie.
Oh, I love it.
I sat down. I meditated for 2 hours. And then when the movie finished, he says, honey, movie is done. I said, thank you. And he says, you're the only one who was miserable. We all had a good time. And I said, that's fine. So he says, would you forgive me? I said, yeah. Every time you do this to me, I'm going to forgive you. The next time he invited for a movie, I told him, if you're going to make me meditate in the movie, I'd rather not go. But the thing is, you always hold the power. You never become powerless. The problem with both of you guys is you're trying to not have power. God has given you power. He's given you a brain. You're not using it. So what I'm saying is, it doesn't matter whether he has feelings or not. I don't care. The thing is, you say, hey, I would prefer my toy not to be touched. If you're going to touch it one more time, I have to step back, like to the outside of the home. Go play somewhere else. So the thing is, you set your rules
That's what it
and see whether he can play along. And even if it rains, show him that you're capable of taking control. And sit in the rain and do it once until he gets it. The thing is, you need to be the most powerful, ferocious lioness. Okay? You get it for me?
Hold on.
So you never lose power, okay? You never lose power. But at the same time, you never treat them without respect. You always say, yes, sir, no, sir. And then you do what you want, okay? But at the same time, be very respectful. And for you, fight your battles and keep your mouth shut when he is playing with her. Because she is going to be the one who dictates, right? You're a very smart kid. I
don't want
can
to
see that.
fight. Like, I don't.
If you don't fight, you're going to lose your.
I fought too much for too long,
See,
and
the
I was
thing is-
too much like blah, 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 in people's faces. So I decided to stay calm.
No,
and
the calm
control the
doesn't work. You know
situation
what?
like
In
this.
America, it's
Because
about
it pisses people off.
no. In America, is about freedom is only given to people who fight their battles. By not fighting the battle, the reason poverty exists in this world is because bullies are there. So essentially, you are allowing a bully to run your life.
Stuff you back in the cracks. That's what they do.
So what I'm saying is, you need to understand how to hold power. You know, there are a million ways to show power.
My power is to walk away.
No,
I'm the
walking
best
away, walking away is cowardly. You look him in the eye and you say, these are my rules. And if in case you cannot accept these rules, I have to do this. So you need to come up. I'm not saying he's bad and you are bad. I'm saying you're not doing it a way that's healthy for you. You don't need to do, you can be bad too. Like, you know, see, the thing is, it's not about bad or good. It's about, like, you know, not understanding. So what you need to ask, this is the way I usually use the words. You always ask 3 questions, three-letter questions. That is what, how, what. Okay, the first question is, what is, honey, what is your intention? You're pulling the toy, pushing it back. What is the intention? Figure out why he's doing it. Is it because he thinks that, no. See, that's because you're.
No, he said it. He already said it in the car, right? He just wants a reaction. He wants a reaction from me.
So,
and I won't give it to him.
So he already said what he wants a reaction.
So what?
So
is the point of that shit?
So you already know he wants a reaction, and so you can either say, I refuse for you to allow to play with my daughter this way because I need to protect her, or you need to set up a rule, because she's your responsibility. But you not taking action puts her in a vulnerable place, right?
Keep her away from him.
So you need to do something differently. Maybe you need to do it in a way that will make sense to her.
Yeah.
So we need to come up with like some other coping skill. Would you do that? What would be the best way you can help her? Like, do you guys have another room you can go to or no?
Oh, we have our own house. We don't live in
Okay. So then next time, can you just move? Or like,
no, we stay at my mom's house. I stay with my mother.
What I'm saying is, if he wants a reaction, you say, hey, I need to leave. Like, what I'm saying is, can you set your own tone? Can you?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do.